Today on the Eurotruck podcast, iAndrewC tries to park a trailer, Freelance rams into iAndrewC's trailer while parking, JeffersonB gets in the way, and we talk about many news topics. Hello guys, and welcome to the Eurotruck podcast with iAndrewC.
And JeffersonB.
FreelanceGamer. And in the background, we'll have Dr. Ubershadow.
Yep. We're recording this on a special day this week. We're starting a couple days early. Today's Thursday, and this will air next Friday for us. But I'm going away, so we wanted to make sure we got this in before it became really inconvenient to coordinate.
And, before we lose our editor-in-chief.
Right. Well, it wasn't... It was kind of ended up being really complicated to be able to do it from a hotel. So, like, it wouldn't have been maybe as problematic for me, but for everyone else, it became a little bit strange. So, today we are driving to Modernburg from Berlin. Then we're going to stop in Modernburg. I'm going to pick up a trailer to some place that I don't remember anymore because that was a while ago. And these guys will drop off their trailers in Modernburg and follow me to that other place.
Starts with an H.
Starts with an H. Hanover, yes.
There it is. Hanover, Germany.
Correct. First bit of news that we're going to jump into here is actually trucking related. Daimler has built a autonomous truck which is now legally able to be operated in the state of Nevada. It's actually looks like it's a Freightliner brand is the official brand of the vehicle, and it's the first of its kind to be able to navigate public roads in the U.S. Which is,
wait, this is a United States thing?
Oh yeah, that's a United States thing.
Oh wow, now that to me is the most shocking. This is what I get for not reading the articles ahead of time.
But they have a highway pilot system attached to them, which is loaded with cameras, radar, other sensors, and computer hardware, like most autonomous vehicles. But it's not actually fully self-driving. So it's not quite the same as a Google self-driving car, or even that Audi self-driving car that drove successfully from California to New York City, or at least New York State.
Thing?
Yeah.
Wow. I really need to keep up more with self-driving car news.
I'm actually really curious. It'd be cool on my way out to California if I could have one of those drive me.
Yeah.
Like, could I get paid to do that? Like, just to be the first test subject?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I imagine the testing is very closed on that stuff.
Well, I would assume you'd also want a software engineer on board because you're looking
hi, how are you?
on-the-fly debugging of closed source code.
Hi, my name is Kyle. I'm graduating comp sci degree.
Okay. Audi, if you're listening...
Just have to learn that a little bit from them before taking the trip.
If you're listening, able-bodied
Sorry.
post-grad.
I suddenly have swallowed who knows what.
Oh dear.
A fly. Or it's one of the spiders that's in Mike's room.
I once knew an Andy who swallowed a fly. Perhaps he'll die.
Wow.
That is the most sad poem I have ever heard.
It's a bit morbid, really. I don't understand why we teach this to our children.
Edgar Allan Poe just wake up. I give up.
Well, we need to teach children early in life that life's one big sad story that never has a happy ending.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he's pretty much correct.
That's another thing.
This reminds me of actually when you got those...
That reminds me of a conversation I had in my English class at one time. We asked the teacher, why can't we have at least one happy ending in a book we had to read for school? And her response was, life doesn't have happy endings.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking strictly of kindergarten, which reminds me of when they did those, you did the baby chicks thing, where you'd hatch the eggs and then... Did you guys ever do that, where you had the eggs hatch of, like, chickens?
So. I don't remember this happening.
We had, like, a flock of baby chicks that we had hatch inside of our classrooms, so we could learn the stages
we totally didn't do that.
Of egg development.
No, yeah. See, I think it would be cool to do that, but I also know that in Florida, they'd eventually look at you going, all right, here's a knife. Now you got to make dinner.
Oh, my. That's right. I keep forgetting that the rest of the Florida that we see off camera is actually very redneck.
Correct.
Well, anyway, this autonomous truck here, it had to
Andy,
drive.
you passed. You passed Modeberg.
No, I'm supposed to. I see what I've done. Hold on, I'll turn around and come back.
The Fruit Loop dingus.
I was going to. Are you sure?
Yeah, I literally just turned off here.
We're all turning off.
Oh. Well, I don't know where it's taking me then.
Could it be? Hold on. I'm gonna stop. So Kyle, please don't run into me.
Beep
Do
beep.
you have to play with others? Do you have to have a mod to play with others? Yes. We are playing the Euro Truck Simulator 2 multiplayer mod, which allows you to get.
Ooh.
Wow, how did you do that?
I was
Which allows
trying
you
to
play
avoid
with other
Jeff.
people.
Hi. I was just making sure that we were actually going to Modeberg proper and not like some weird offshoot. Because, like, that's how. Germany, not so much, but like, when we've traveled to the south, it's been pretty bad with like having depots that are not quite in town, but are labeled as such.
Right.
Also, if you're looking for the multiplayer mod, it's shorthand, like its abbreviation is ETSM, Euro Truck Simulator Multiplayer.
Available at ets2mp.com.
Thank you for not hitting me.
No problem.
That's
I
lost.
might hit you. I might hit you. I might hit you. I might hit you. I'm
Okay.
not. I'm gonna try and not. Stop, Kyle. Stop.
Parking and looking at a map
You'll be
to
fine.
see.
Oh, I won't be.
Oh, I'm picking my stuff up from E-Acres, that's why.
That's why.
And it was more efficient for me to go the other way, apparently.
It is typically more efficient to go on the highway.
Gotcha. All right, that's the problem. I will go pick that up, and I'll meet you back here.
Okay, because
Rip.
we both have to park in the same
It
location.
probably will take you a little bit to get there.
Thankfully, we're in a no collision zone. Finally.
Clevens says he's in Florida, and he is not a redneck.
I was not one either, but there are quite a few parts that have their color.
Oh my goodness, this truck is going to be the bane of my existence.
All right, let me pick my trailer up here. So that truck, that semi-autonomous truck, had to go through 10,000 miles on a circuit in Germany to get the license to drive in Nevada.
Does it park itself? Because if so, I'd really appreciate that right now.
I don't believe it does, among many other things that it can't do by itself, which I will tell you in a second once I pick my trailer up.
Okay, I just parked, so I'm waiting on freelance, and then we'll just stand by here at wherever we are.
All right.
Self-plan?
Yeah, I'm coming back.
For you.
I'm coming out now.
Okay, cool.
So this
Got it.
this truck cannot exit a highway by itself. It cannot drive on local roads by itself. It also cannot dock to drop off deliveries by itself.
Oh,
So
the
what
last
can
part.
it do then?
It can drive on a freeway by itself.
So it
So-
knows to not run into other trucks.
It knows
and other-
it knows how to stay in the lane. It knows how to not run into other vehicles, and that is about it.
Well, hasn't Mazda been doing that with lane assist? Like, what's the big deal here?
It's a truck.
It's
So
a
it's a
lane
truck-
assist that instead of just being lane assist goes, no, stop that, and forces the turn.
It's a fully automatic lane assist.
Basically.
Right.
That's what it sounds.
Yeah, I think
Hey,
that's
that's
the thing.
still
I think
cool.
the thing in
It's
most
still really cool.
most regular
It's just
cars
not-
just kind of goes whoop 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 whoop, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
What is it? Volkswagen, I thought, has one that will turn for you.
Yes,
If you
there's
start
a
to
couple.
drift.
There are more and more vehicles that do that now than.
By the way, we have moved over two things.
I am
One,
just saying, get some rest.
he's getting some rest, and I just realized I called it Volkswagen.
Yes,
As
thought
I've
that
been
was
watching way
amusing.
too much Top Gear.
Well, not anymore. You won't be.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm still working my way through the early seasons. I just finished the 4th season recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never
Andy, am I
watched them.
behind you?
so-
I watched everything up to the last season, so I only have that to go.
Oh yeah, I haven't really watched them all yet. So I've been watching them slowly.
Cartless Andrew, this here's the lone wolf. We are right
Actually,
behind
that's
you and
the
on your 6 over.
That's the cart full, Andrew.
Excellent. Yes, this is true. I am the carted Andrew at the moment. All right. Well, let's see. What else shall we talk about? World of Warcraft.
Whee!
It lost 3 million subscribers in Q1 after the Warlords launch.
That
Yep.
really?
Here's why. Hold on. I can explain this pretty well, at least. So if you think about it, 3 million people isn't that many WoW players. It's a lot of people, but it's not that many WoW players. And what it makes the most sense is new players that came on, as well as old players that came back for nostalgia reasons. Both either went, this isn't for me, it's different, it's not what I expected, or they decided that the fee wasn't worth it for newer players mostly. Are we making a left or a right up
We
here?
are going straight.
Going straight, got it.
Now, do you think this is in direct response to Warlords of Draenor, or do you think it's more of a response?
It's
to
general expansion response, in my opinion. Like, this is
Yeah.
something that is statistically close. Like, it's almost the same as every expansion that's come out, except for a couple. I want to say a particular one that kept people on was actually Wrath of the Lich King.
That's
Because I'm wondering
And-
about the token addition that just recently happened.
See, I'm curious
How that
if
impacts it.
That may have impacted it a bit, but at the same time, I feel that actually would have, at the very
Should've
most, it would have
helped.
lessened.
Yeah,
it would've
sh-
lessened
It should
the
have made it so that more subscribers stayed on.
Right. Now, I'm curious if they count people who pay for the tokens only as subscribers still.
They do.
Now that's interesting.
If
They
you,
do.
They count you as a subscriber if you have a subscription active. So
So
like a
how you
subscription
pay for that
active
is-
means I am currently able to play the game.
Okay, got it. Wanted to make sure
So,
on that.
however you pay for that, tokens, credit, debit, Bitcoin, what have you.
Correct. They count you as a subscriber.
Where are we going again?
Then we are going to the town
Hanover.
with an H, Hanover.
Wait, can you pay for World of Warcraft in Bitcoin?
I don't
Not
think you can
yet.
officially.
Not officially.
Not officially. Without using Bitcoin. to
Hi,
buy
Helmet
game time.
Squad. Welcome to the Eurotruck Podcast.
Well, hi, Helmet Squad.
Hey, Helmet Squad.
I'm the one. I'm FreelanceGamer. I'm the one with the chat open, so I'll be the one.
I'm
that...
Yeah.
JeffersonB. I'm the one who's echoing things because peer pressure.
I have the chat open. It's just
hard for him to read.
yeah. So that's the thing. We'll see where it goes. Obviously, I mean, it could.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it'll get too much worse. I mean, you also saw with the launch of Warlords, you saw a big boost in subscribers as well. So
Sure,
Right.
but
we're
I think
probably back of where the subscriber level started.
Or
I
we're
think
back,
freelance
or
is-
we're actually like slightly ahead, but we're actually significantly ahead of where it was.
Oh, speaking of
not-
ahead, why'd you have to do that, Kyle?
What?
I just thought it was rather timely that you you just blazed a trail right in front of us as you were saying ahead.
Oh, wow. So we're getting off here.
Okay.
Moving on a little bit here. I don't know how many people are following closely Windows 10's development cycle, but that is a thing coming out soon. It's supposed to be released by, I believe, the end of the summer at the very latest. But one of the things that's being brought with that new version of Windows is access to DirectX 12. And some information came out about how one of the biggest advantages that DirectX 12 will actually have. A lot of computers have on their CPU, so if you have an Intel CPU, typically it's going to have a built-in integrated graphics portion to it. So, but most people don't use it. Most people have a separate graphics card unit in their
In their daily driver.
in their computer. And so what usually happens is that integrated graphics portion of the computer never gets used. And so it's actually a untapped resource in the computer. So what DirectX 12 does, it actually combines both together. So you will have access to the CPU integrated graphics as well as your graphics from your actual graphics card, and it actually yields, from what I was seeing, somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 to 4 FPS. And Kyle, could you stop?
Wait again. Saw that.
I thought it'd be funny.
That was quite funny.
So anyway, with DirectX 12, if you went with just one adapter, discrete only, one of the tests they did yielded 35.9 frames per second, and with the discrete plus the integrated, it actually boosted it up to 39.7 frames per second. So there is a decent advantage to having access to both cards.
It's not a lot, but it's something.
And that's just on one test.
See, I think the best part about that is that'll actually increase the usage of like laptops and gaming, in my opinion, because laptops have, like, some of them are built specifically for gaming. They do a fairly good job, but to say that any of them excel at it might be a bit of an overstatement.
Right.
And except for the ones that are like Alienwares and a couple other companies, actually everybody now builds one. Razer,
Yeah.
Asus.
What was it? There's even like some unique builders that I was seeing at was it CES? Or I was
Right.
watching some coverage from Linus Tech Tips channel, and they were giving some really good stuff. There's one now with a mechanical keyboard. It's beautiful.
See, I think the thing that'll make it advantageful though is that eventually, like with this and the availability to use both sides of that, you're going to see more laptops in gaming because now, alright, yeah, my graphics card isn't the best, but now I can use this and this. I can use my integrated graphics and I can use the CPU graphics. Oh, look at this.
I agree. I think this is, honestly for me, this is just one more reason to love DirectX 12 because I don't know if you guys were seeing, but there was an article that recently came out on Engadget that was a DirectX 12 tech demo involving the latest Final Fantasy game. And in real time, they were controlling this beautiful cinematic cutscene, and in the ways in which like the character positioning was, the different effects,
What happened?
even down to like hair physics. It was
Rip
really-
my
really quite
trailer. Mr. I'ma crash into my trailer.
I'm not in. I'm in a no collision zone.
I am not, though.
How does that work?
I'm
This
not
is-
in the no collision zone, so you're collisioning my no collision.
something. So you don't take damage, but he does.
Right.
Oh my God, this is broken.
Stop
Come here.
ramming
I want
me.
to give you a hug.
Stop.
That was Jeff that time.
It was. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I have an idea.
Stop.
I'm sorry, Andy. I really
Ram
didn't. I
someone
thought no.
else.
I honestly thought no collision meant no collision both sides. Like I thought I couldn't collide into things and things couldn't collide into me. That was an honest mistake.
Move.
But Jeff's
Kyle
in no
already tried
collisions.
this. Stop.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
Professional.
that was
Yeah,
really.
we're professional truck drivers.
I really do feel bad though. I didn't mean to crash into you, Andy. I'm sorry. I didn't
mine was-
realize I would crash into you. Then.
Mine was pretty intentional. I'm not gonna lie.
Like my original me blocking you was. That was not.
Hey, freelance. Did we hear back from the Blizzard dev?
No. He has
No,
not
I've
posted
gotten.
yet.
I've seen no words.
Okay.
Kyle also wants to work for Blizzard,
I very much do.
so there's that.
As someone who's Java and Android developer, I would love to work for them on a couple of their platforms.
Doing Java and Android?
Yeah, particularly the Hearthstone on mobile, as well as WoW. They do the WoW Auction House. They have WoW authenticators
I forgot about those apps.
or BattleNet authenticators. I apologize.
Well, I mean, what's to see if Heroes of the Storm and whatever that new first-person shooter that I always keep forgetting.
Overwatch.
Thank you.
Overwatch. Yeah,
would that-
I don't think either of those will see it, just because. Again, I think that there's a certain amount of lack of control in those systems. I could be wrong. I mean, they could figure it out, but like Hearthstone makes sense because it's turn-based or not
Sure.
turn-based. It's,
And I mean, I'm looking at less
I
about
can't hit
the actual.
you now. We're both in non-collision.
No, you're beeping.
I'm looking at.
How am I keeping? I'm going forward.
No, your headset.
Oh.
I'm looking more though at less like direct game
fully
apps
charged.
and more about like companion apps. Is what I was.
Oh,
thinking.
companion. Oh yeah, because they already have the BattleNet authenticator.
Yeah, but I mean like companion.
And then they may end up
for
doing it.
Overwatch or for Heroes.
Right. Hey.
I am done,
Yay.
but I am not bread. And on that bombshell, it is time to end. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Eurotruck Podcast. If you like this video, please hit that like button down there. And if you're not already subscribed, we'd surely appreciate you subscribing. And if you're watching us on Twitch, you can find the link to our page by going to ghst.in/YT.
For our YouTube channel.
And that'll take you right to our YouTube channel. And
If you're on
don't
YouTube
forget,
watching this,
but
be
if you're-
sure to go to our Twitch channels that are listed below. All throughout the month of May, we'll be streaming for the St. Jude Foundation.
correct. And we will see you guys next week.